Welcome to the Dragonite deck breakdown. Dragonite is one of the more efficient and somewhat effective non-EX decks in Pokemon TCG Pocket. But let's be real, Dragonite is a challenging card and a deck that is, at least seems to be, impossible to make work on a consistent basis. And with the addition of Druddigon, it's no longer the only dragon in the game, but it still suffers from a lack of dedicated support cards. Starmie has Misty, Charizard has Moltres, and even Golem has Brock. What does Dragonite have? Nothing. We need Lance now. Dragonite's single attack Draco Meteor is powerful but costly, requiring a hefty 4 energies, while 2 of them are colorless, which in theory makes it easier to use and mix up with other Pokemon types. Attaching 3 energy in this format is no easy feat. Just ask Machamp EX players, man, they're going through it as well. Despite these challenges though, Dragonite boasts amazing strengths. It's one of the only 2 Pokemon capable of dealing 200 damage in a single hit, and it's among the very few that can target benched Pokemon. This opens the door to scoring multiple prizes in one turn, potentially shifting the momentum of the game. Combine this with its impressive 160 HP, and Dragonite has the bulk to survive a turn or 2 on the field. Notably, even a fully charged Mewtwo EX cannot knock it out. It needs the assistance of Giovanni's boost in order to one-shot it. However, without energy acceleration, Dragonite decks must rely on stalling tactics. These strategies involve using bulky Pokemon like Kangaskhan, Tauros, and Druddigon, or leveraging status effects from Hypno and Frostmoth until Dragonite is fully evolved and stacked with its energy. But here is the question: how do we make it consistent? How can we accelerate Dragonite's setup and build a deck that can compete in the metagame? This is why I created this video. I believe I've cooked up a recipe that could finally put Dragonite on the map. Not that it was ever off of the map, but just saying, I haven't played a Dragonite deck in a month. This in-depth analysis will dive into the deck profile, tech choices, strategies, strengths, and weaknesses. At the end of the video, stick around to watch some gameplay that will showcase how the deck performs in real matchups. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. The Dragonite deck profile, here we go. We've got 2 Dratini, 2 Dragonair, 2 Dragonite, obviously your staples. We're running the other dragon type Pokemon, that's Druddigon. We are having Tauros at 1 XP, 2 Pokeball, 1 red card, 1 Pokemon Flute, 2 Professor's Research, 2 Sabrina, and 2 Leaf. Let's break down the tech choices. We've got Druddigon. Everybody knows why you run Druddigon. Security through versatility. It's a tank and deals counter damage, so in theory, you don't ever have to attach any energies for Druddigon to attack. This is exactly why it's being run all over the meta. It's a strong meta tech. Also, if you do add Druddigon into the deck, please don't forget to go into the deck editor and in the energy section, remove the fire energy option to avoid the energy dispenser from giving you any useless fire energy. Your other wall is going to be Tauros. This is a defensive wall primarily for fodder to help you build up your Dragonites, and you're probably thinking, why not Kangaskhan over Tauros? Because Kangaskhan can attack. Well, I'll tell you this. Again, Kangaskhan, Tauros, Druddigon, any tank that you're using is fodder. And because Tauros is easier to use because it pairs well with Leaf, and we run 2 Leaf, Tauros is 2 retreat cost in comparison to Kangaskhan, which is 3. Poke Flute is being slept on. It's only being used in Pidgeot EX, but honestly, Dragonite can really use Poke Flute to its advantage. It's a highly underrated card. It allows you to bring back a basic Pokemon to the opponent's bench, setting up Dragonite to potentially score multiple prizes in a single turn, because you pair that with Dragonite's 200 damage output, which creates significant pressure as it distributes its damage all across your opponent's board. The game plan, the key to success is setting up Dratini's early, stalling with Tauros, and chipping damage with Druddigon while you build up Dragonite. You'll likely give up 1 or 2 prizes before Dragonite comes out to sweep, just FYI. An ideal starting hand for this deck is Dratini, Dragonair, Professor's Research, Pokeball, and X Speed. This setup ensures you can start evolving immediately on the follow-up. The Professor's Research and Pokeball help you find your key basic Pokemon, which would probably be your walls, Tauros, or or Druddigon. And for the purpose of deck thinning, you want to get into your key cards as soon as possible, and that is why Professor's research is really clutch, and X speed is in there as well so that you can protect your Dratinis. You don't want to lose them. You could afford to lose one, but you don't want to lose both. Trust me, you'll lose at that point. The strengths of this deck is already known. Draco Meteor is capable of one hit knocking out most threats and hitting bench Pokemon for multiple prizes. It has very good chemistry with Druddigon and Tauros and the other tech options that I've discussed, and it's a budget friendly deck. And to touch up briefly on the weaknesses, again, we already know slow setup. Dragonite's high energy cost makes it difficult to bring out onto the board quickly. Its energy demands requires consistent energy attachment. You literally need to have hyper focus on the Dragonite, and unlike other Pokemon with synergistic trainers or abilities, Dragonite has no lance or anything similar to help it shine and speed up and accelerate its prowess out into the meta, so we need to keep in mind everything we do. Now that we've covered the deck profile, strategy, strengths, and weaknesses, let's jump into some gameplay. This will show you how Dragonite performs in the current metagame and will highlight its potential to turn the tide in your matches. If you found this in-depth breakdown helpful, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. Let's jump into that gameplay.